Yo, this your boy, Dizzy Wright, man. Shout out to hardknocktv for having your boy in live effect. Peace.
Looking for something I never had, can you be mad at me? The real world got these problems coming fast at me. When I speak on my dreams, nigga, don't laugh at me. You sitting on your ass till your calves ask you.
One of the features on the mixtape you talk about legends is Wyclef, which was surprising because I was like, man, how did Dizzy and Wyclef link up? How did that come about?
Wyclef reached out last year, actually. Just kind of let me know that he had heard some of my stuff and that he thought it was dope. And hopefully one day we could make something happen in the future. And then this year I got the XXL cover. And I had met one of Clef's boys, Ace. I think I had met him prior to when I met Clef, but when I came out for the XXL show, Ace had came to the show and told me that Clef was in the studio. Studio was like a 5-minute walk away from where we were at. And I was like, oh shit, you know, and then he talked to Clef and Clef told me to come through. And I came through and it was just dope, man. Like, he played me some of the shit that he had going on. I played him some of the Golden Age stuff before it dropped earlier. And he was just feeling the vibe, and he just grabbed his guitar and he told his brother to give him a beat, and then his brother gave him some kind of beat, and he was like, nah, give me some shit like 96, like, and I've just spoke it, and he got his guitar, and like, shit, he just started like freestyling that shit, the beat, like they just kind of start putting that shit together. And as they were putting the beat together, I was writing my first verse. So as they were finishing up the beat, I was damn near finishing up my verse, and I just rapped to my verse, and he started freestyling that hook. He freestyled that hook that's on that song. Like, no booth, no nothing, just all on a mic. It was just like a mic. It was like some real hip hop shit. It was just all on a mic. I rapped into the mic, he sang into the mic, and we put it on tape. Like, so it was just, we actually like, I got to catch his vibe, he got to catch my vibe, and we got to create something together. Like, so it wasn't like I came in there with a beat, or he came in there with a beat, or which would have still been as cool, but nothing can amount to the creation of that song. You know, like, that's like started from scratch in the studio, really just vibing out and creating something like that. So I think it's dope.
It was good to hear Clef on some hip hop shit like that. You can definitely tell, I feel like, when artists vibe out to a track, there's a mystique to it. You can just kind of feel like two people's energies blend. It's like, sometimes it's hard to get that. Like, you send somebody a beat over a computer or whatever. Sometimes people vibe out, and then sometimes it just kind of sounds like somebody just threw something on top of the song.
Just threw something on there, indeed.
There's a rumor that you also got a chance to work with Rakim. Did that happen?
Oh, I didn't actually get to work with Rakim, but there's a track that Rakim is on that Wyclef has me on as well. So I think, I think it's me, Clef, and Rakim. So I don't know if anything, I can't speak on Wyclef's music because he got me on the track, but yeah, I'm waiting to hear it. Shit, I'm waiting to hear it.
That's pretty legendary right there.
Yeah.
Rasta flow, my brody bro logic, no, we Bobby socks, the hoes we poppin', no, these niggas can knock the flow, but I'm too in my zone.
One of the other features you have on the mixtape is Logic, who we just interviewed not too long ago.
Yeah.
Did you guys link up because of the freshman cover, and how, because you've been on his mixtape, he's been on your mixtape, how has that relationship grown?
Yeah, Logic is good people's, man. I actually linked up with him before the tape. We was just kind of like on the same grind, like, he had did some tours and I had did some tours, and like we had a lot of the same fans, and like I found out about him, I think, through the fans, and he found out about me the same way, and then it just pretty much like he just reached out, and the vibes were good from jump, but he got XXL. It was funny because obviously I got voted on XXL, but when you got picked for XXL, you weren't allowed to say anything. So the year before, Hopsin got XXL, and he had found out around Christmas. So I knew that Double X, and it was already into 2013. Like I found out last, but I wasn't sure if I was gonna get the cover. Like I knew that Logic was gonna get it though. I was like, he gonna be on there for sure. Like, but he hit me up. I guess he hit me up trying to figure out if I made it, but I couldn't say nothing, and I didn't want to say I made it and he didn't make it, cause I'm like, damn. Like, but I know that every year there's somebody that's supposed to be on that cover that's not on the cover. But I didn't know if that nigga had got on there or not. And like, he was beating around the bush. I was beating around the bush. And then finally I think Dame talked to his manager, and that's how we found out we was on the XXL shit. And then I was just like, oh yeah, I called the nigga like, oh, you on there, huh? It's like, oh man. But it was real cool, because at the XXL shoot, it's just positive vibes, man. You interviewed him. The nigga just got good vibes, you know?
Yeah, it's funny because when we were in the studio, he was playing me some stuff, and like one of the ad-libs is shout out to the homie Dizzy Wright. And like I've had that in my head for like 2 weeks. It's just something about the way he says it is funny.
Yeah, that fool, he's good people's, man.
But if you ain't providing, that don't mean shit to me. You could be the hardest nigga walking, but the hardest niggas working is the bosses. Keep it authentic, cause the image got you confused. Anybody will tell you it's a lose-lose, nigga, do you. Lately I've been feeling a certain way. Peace signs in every picture that I take. I represent world peace.
One of the other cats that's on the mixtape is Joey Badass. It seems like on that track, the way that you did your style, it actually sounded like it came out of Pro Era. Like it just really fit with the movement that they have.
Yeah.
Was that a situation where you were in the studio with them, or how did that track come about?
Nah. DJ Hopper made the beat. So, like I said, DJ Hopper comes from those roots of hip hop. Yeah, when I did my shit, I didn't know Joey, but I felt like I could hear him on it. I had heard of him. I didn't know him personally, but I had listened to some of his shit, and I thought he was dope. And I thought it was like up his alley, you know what I'm saying, up that Pro Era alley. And I definitely was like, I had just spoken into existence, like, yo, if he got on this shit, it'd be crazy, you know what I mean? And then once again, I got the XXL shit, and I was out there for XXL, and then I had went to the studio with him and Ab Soul, and I just told Joey that I had this track that I had worked on before I came. If he wanted to hear it and shit, if he fucked with it, he could jump on it and shit, and he fucked with it, and it just all happened like that. So I was in the studio when he did his verse, but he wasn't in the studio when I did my verse, because I did it in Vegas and then just kind of brought the track to New York.
I remember last time I talked to Hopsin, we talked about his faith a lot. When you guys get together, is that something you guys talk about, or what kind of stuff do you talk about when you're on tour with the Funk Volume crew and you're not on stage?
I don't think we've ever talked about like faith or anything like that. Usually most of the time we're just joking around and laughing, and like, but Hop is the sober one out the group, out of Funk Volume, you know, so I have lots of respect for Hop. Like, I don't smoke in Hop face, you know. I just have a lot of respect for him, you know. But he got a lot of respect for me too, you know. So I'm usually like, when I'm usually smoking and preparing and getting ready and doing my thing. So I be with my boy Mosky Mo, and we be ducked off until it's time to do what we do. And most of the time when I see Hop, I just probably talk about him, his outfit or something. Like, but it's usually just always good vibes.
Does each member of Funk Volume kind of have like their own thing that they do when they're not performing?
Well, I mean, besides Hop, I mean, we all turn up. I mean, you know, Hop turns up too, but he has a different kind of way of turning up. I don't know what the fuck turns him up. He just be turned up all the time. Nah, but we just be chilling. Like, nobody does too much, like, you know, take a couple drinks, smoke some weed, fuck with the fans, you know, rock out, fuck with the fans, and then just do it again the next day.